Science versus humanity. Fuck you, science. Why do you, the moment you hear the word science, immediately assume the information has to be true? And why do you stop using your own common sense? Science is just one word, so adding the word science to the information does not magically make it perfect every time. Simon says and science says comes down to exactly the same thing. It is just words. Until you know for certain where the information is coming from and until it has been verified, you have not proven anything yet by simply repeating the information. You should always investigate and test new ideas and new information using the truth and your own common sense, no matter where it comes from, before you decide to trust the information. And even more important, before you go and repeat the information everywhere like Polly the parrot. Sometimes information is made up or simply just incorrect. At best, science are people exploring and discovering new ideas who then attempt to prove its authenticity. Scientists are people, and like any other human beings, it's possible for them to make mistakes. It's even possible for them to lie. All tested and proven scientific data believed to be true for decades are now being proven to be completely wrong. Scientific findings are only as accurate as the information which were available at a specific time, and when new data becomes available, the science changes. Science fiction turns into science the moment the UFO lands in your backyard because new information is now available. Science is not and will never be perfect, so when did we fool ourselves into believing it is perfect and that we can just automatically trust every word in the information from science? If I order you to explore only the science behind energy from oil and nothing else, you will produce valid results, but it does not mean you will produce the best results as far as energy usage is concerned. You will have valid data. You will not have the best data. It is also possible for scientific data to be interpreted and then tweaked to serve the agendas, wallets, or egos of people instead of the truth of discovery, and some experiments can be ignored to make other experiments seem more valid. Science is definitely not perfect, but oh boy, you can use the big word science to fool some idiots if you want to. Make up any random bullshit and call it science. It does not have to make any sense. Just use big words and call it science. Idiots eat that shit up like crazy, and immediately they are back hungry, wanting more. Did you know science has proven that brown hair from wild bears that hibernate during wintertime keeps your coffee hot for longer? Put 3 brown hairs in your coffee and it will stay hot for hours, studies now show. Did you know a new discovery in science has proven a watermelon is blue on the inside right up to the instant when the skin is pierced? Good luck proving that this one is not true. Telepathic experimentation in 23 countries done by the best scientists have all proven watermelons are blue on the inside. Did you know new studies now show that boys who eat pink flamingo eggs every day since they are 2 years old can fall pregnant when they turn into men, and that their babies will be born with wings and with feathers? Did you know the evidence now strongly suggests that some of these male-born babies will be able to fly before they learn to walk? Did you know science has proven that there's only one sex and men and women do not really exist? Science has proven that babies really do come from big pink delivery birds that fly down from the sky. The latest data now clearly shows this, and it would also explain why some human babies can fly before they learn to walk. The evidence is right there, recorded and stored in sophisticated laboratories in 23 countries. I have just brainwashed some of you and told you a lie in my last statement, and it was really easy. I said babies really do come from big pink delivery birds that fly down from the sky. What was the lie? What bird is associated with childbirth? It is the stork. What color are storks? Storks are white, not pink. Flamingos are pink. By using the truth, because storks and flamingos are both species of birds, I was able to sneak in a little lie that the white stork associated with childbirth is pink and not white, without even using the name of the stork. It is possible that your mind understood the words big pink delivery birds and immediately assumed I'm talking about flamingos without you even thinking it should be the stork and not the flamingo. It is really easy to manipulate information using words and then plant the idea into someone's head. Make sure the information is 85% true and just add that little 15% lies, and it will still look like it's all true. The second lie in my statement was, of course, human babies come from the womb of a human mother and not from birds. I even lied to you when I told you there is just one lie. But did I get you again? There are 14 lies in that one statement, not two. If this was a serious experiment using a real world scenario, I have just sold you 14 lies in one statement, and you will go and repeat the fake information because it all sounds like the truth. You will repeat 14 lies to the world, thinking they are all true. Do you understand why it is so important to always test and authenticate information before you just trust it? Sadly, most people do not care about the truth. They just repeat any bullshit because they want to feel smart and they want to impress other people by sounding smart. If I use television and paid advertising and I broadcast my statement with its 14 lies to the world, how many people do you think will I be able to fool, and how many more people will go and repeat the incorrect information to others? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the standard to which the human condition has deteriorated to, and it seems like the dumber we get, the smarter we think we are. People stare at shiny screens all day long, and they repeat every word on those shiny screens as if these words are their own tested and proven creations. Intelligent life from other galaxies really do need to come and save us if this is how we establish the difference between what is true and what is false. Sometimes the difference between true and false can mean your life. Truth still matters. So, are you honestly going to sit there and tell me you will believe any bullshit you are being told simply because of big words in fancy sentences that include the word science? Just fancy words and pretty pictures, and you eat that shit up because it's on your little screen you trust with your life. What happened to our common sense and using our brains? Science versus humanity. What shit is this that science can now calculate the perfect face? One face. Bear in mind, not one face looks like another. Now the big word science wants to tell us who is beautiful and who is not beautiful. Excuse me? No, no, no. Do not make excuses for the big word science. When someone says they have discovered a method to calculate the perfect face, they are really telling us all the other faces are not perfect. We are all unique, so there is no perfect face because all faces are perfect. If this was about which skin color is perfect, it would be called racism. Racism is also just a big word, so the best word to use is this is just plain good old fashioned wrong. Here is my reply. When science wants to come and tell us who is perfect and who is not perfect, or who is beautiful and who is not beautiful, fuck you, big word science, or more to the point, fuck you, anyone who wants to use big words and fancy sentences to attack our humanity and the beauty of our individuality. Ladies, let me tell you something. If your man loves you, not one word or a billion fancy words will convince him you are not perfect for him. Is it not bad enough that magazines, websites, and advertisements want to tell us every day how we should look and how we should live so they can make a profit? And now the big word science. You are unique and you are gorgeous. Your uniqueness is your gorgeousness. When the big word science starts messing with our looks, well, then my message is simple. Fuck you, science. Fuck you, anyone who wants to use big words and fancy sentences to attack our humanity and the beauty of our individuality. New studies now show these people will choke on their own egos, and the results clearly indicate they will suffocate from their own bullshit. There is some science for you, and I quickly did the experiment in my sophisticated laboratory I call my brain. I can also use big words to talk bullshit. I will decide which faces are perfect to me. I will decide because I still have eyes in my head that can see, and I still have a brain that can form thoughts and have ideas. And like my face, these ideas are unique and it makes me a human being. I do not have to think exactly like other people do. I do not have to think exactly like other people do, and I do not have to look exactly like other people do. And a billion big fancy words in magazines, websites, and advertisements will not fool me into believing I have to. Big words do not tell me what I like and what I think, and you should also not allow big words to fool you. Does not matter if these words are on television, the internet, or in a magazine. No one and nothing on this planet will convince me men or women are no longer beautiful simply because they do not all share the same one boring, copy and paste, perfect, scientific, mathematic, calculated robot face. When the big word science starts messing with your humanity and our individuality and everything that makes us human and makes us gorgeous and beautiful, then I have one simple reply. Fuck you, science. I want you to join me. Feel how good it feels. 3, 2, 1. Fuck you, science. If you are a child and you are reading this letter or watching this video and one of your parents just walked into the room because you shouted fuck you science, please tell them I really do apologize and ask them to read the letter as well, because I'm sure they will understand what we are busy doing. We are all perfect and we are all beautiful because we are undeniably unique, and fancy words like science and fancy sentences that include the word science will never, ever change that. I have to. 5, 4, fuck you, science. I am going to end this letter with a big word. individuality.